What's going on, guys? I'm Wise T and welcome back to the channel. And before we get into anything today, I just want to give a massive thank you to anyone that supported my videos over the past 4.5 years at this point. Whether that be a single video, a bunch of videos, or maybe even all of them, I just appreciate you guys taking some time out of your day to click into what I've created over the past 4 years, and hopefully you've enjoyed most of them. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I guess the main reason for this video is many of you may be aware I've not been posting as much in the past year or so, and even in the past 2 months, it's almost been the last time that I uploaded. And I feel like you guys just deserve to see where the channel's gonna be heading in the future, what are my future plans, and have I quit Raid like many of the comments suggest, and hopefully just answer all the questions that I've been seeing in loads of my comment sections. So I guess for anyone that's new here and maybe not familiar with the videos that I've put out over the years, I just want to give a bit of a backstory of what I've been covering. So this account that I first started was in 2019 in August, but I do kind of remember having an account before that, and then I chose the wrong starter champion because everyone was saying choose a KO, choose a KO. So then I was like, oh damn it, let me just sacrifice my account and move into this one that you can see with the badge at 2019. And some of my favorite content in the game to cover from the start of my journey was the Demon Lord clan boss that pretty much all of you guys are familiar with. And this is what I was loving to make content about: the speed tunes, the technical champions that you can fit into a team, and trying to use niche options that people don't usually look towards and trying to put them to work. And you know, I've seen a lot of people going the unkillable route, and I wanted to go the traditional route where ally protection and damage mitigation was a thing. And that was probably peak raid for me, was speed tuning in the Demon Lord clan boss. And I guess from a content standpoint, something that I really enjoyed making videos on is just legacy content at this point. I don't think as many people are engaged with the Demon Lord anymore, unfortunately. And I think it comes down to a few things. So we got blessings, relics, empowerment, and all of these things are making the Demon Lord a lot easier. And we've seen this demonstrated in the free-to-play series, right? People are getting to Ultra Nightmare in like 4 weeks. Like, that was unheard of back in 2019. And even the introduction of someone like a Wixwell, players, look at this damage, 1.7 billion. And this Wixwell dude is just letting you push the limits. So yeah, I think loads of things have came through, and even I think the main thing is the quick battle feature. This is something that was definitely needed for the game for a time saver, but from a content standpoint, I don't feel like people care about watching a run anymore. Like, I used to love watching the videos and seeing how the speed tune looked, but now it's just everyone wants a quick battle button, right? Get the one key, click it. They don't really care about the team. We just want the damage, right? And would I love to carry on making videos on the Demon Lord? Absolutely, but I just feel like times have moved on into other things. And then I guess the other thing that I really enjoyed making content on was the Doom Tower. Like, we've seen stuff with the Cornelia strategies and using these niche champions again to take down certain bosses. And this was one of the funnest times in Raid as well, when power creep wasn't a thing. And yeah, getting through the floors, like what champion can beat the Scarab King, which one can beat a Stranix the Dark Fae, the Bomb with a Dreadhorn, the Nishak Verminlord one-shot strategy. That was like probably one of my favorite videos I ever created. But once again, bit of a legacy content. It's been ran through, right? And everyone knows how to beat the Doom Tower pretty much, because there's so many videos out there and resources on websites, etc, etc. And I would have loved to see an expansion to this. However, we kind of did see it in the Cursed City, and this was a content that I didn't really engage with, personally. I felt like I was so excited for it at the first, like seeing all the teasers for it and the new Amius boss. But once I beat this dude once or twice, I was bored of it, man. It was fun cracking the code. I remember staying up super late with Saf on a call, trying to be like the first person to like take down the Amius. And we used like a cool strategy with Snake Track and stuff. But yeah, I feel like it's just secret rooms enhanced, right? Like rare and epic champions, you know, a bit of affinities as you get into the harder stages, like magic, rare, and epics. Like, you have to opt in for multiple stun sets and provoke sets to get the job done. And I don't know, I just feel like it's just recycled secret room content put onto a map with bosses that we've already faced, right? It was nothing super new, in my opinion. You're just facing bosses that you're familiar with twice in some cases. And then, of course, we did get the Hydra boss years ago now. And over time, the strategies have gone crazy. Look at the billions of damage. Can we just go into like 12.3 billion with Trunda teams? And we've seen all of the stuff with the shield compositions and they nerfed it and yada, yada, yada. But overall, a really creative game mode, in my opinion, because there's a wide range of champions that can get the job done, especially since the change to the Provoke, so you can control the Head of Decay. And then we also had the Chimera, which honestly, probably my least favorite of the 3 clan bosses. I felt like Demon Lord, very creative, many champions you can use. Same with Hydra. Chimera, I guess the same thing, but if you're pushing for trials, you kind of need these specific components to enable them. So I can see the fun factor in it. But overall, I don't feel like I was super engaged in the Chimera like I was in the other content. Now, I say all of this for one thing. You have hard content in the game that's come through. Faction was hard. We got the Courtesy of Cintranos, the higher stages, and all of this good stuff. But it's more like hard versus creative. And that's one thing that I really struggle with as a creator because, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I loved using niche champions. I loved, putting them together, trying to take down these tough bosses using skills rather than power creep, right? So stay with me here. So if we just go into like my champions now, like when we pull, like let's just say we go for a fusion, right? Who was the dwarf dude that we just got? Because I knew that he was pretty good, right, from what I've seen in the community. Not had a chance to play with him yet. Gonna touch on that later. But Tholin, it's like we get the fusion champion, and then straight after that we get the Titan event to get the soul, and you just constantly burn out on both resources and time investment. Like you don't even get a chance to even enjoy the champions you're fusing. And I've just had a bunch of fusions, never used them because straight into a fusion, and straight into a fusion, right? But I guess the other thing that I was alluding to is this thing up here, the blessings. Nowadays, if we get a new champion, we're like, can we get the soul? Because if we don't get the soul, they're not going to outperform our already existing top tier damage dealers, i.e. my Thor Feyhammer. There is no world where that Tholin is going to outperform my Thor in my Hydra team without the souls, right? And maybe even with the souls, they're just like comparable, maybe not like crazy difference. But there's no world where my high star blessing Thor is going to outperform someone like Tholin, so they get sat in the vault. And yeah, I guess to some degree, the game became more about what relics do you have? What gear ascensions do you have? What blessings do you have? What star is it? What ascensions do you have on your champion? Rather than, let's just get unique with some builds to take down some tough content. And that's where I really struggled in just the ways that I've been creating content over the years. And hopefully it gives you some kind of insight to my thought process and why I struggle making videos. But that said, where is the content and where is the channel going now? I am not quitting Raid Shadow Legends. I do still play the game. I still love the game, and I'd love to see it get really much better in terms of quality of life and more PvE content. I know that Ash said on his channel there was the biggest update of the year coming very soon at the end of the year with 7 new bosses with some world exploring mechanics or something. So hopefully that's a big hit and people can get on board and get creative, and it's not as terrible or gated like this content here, because the teams that I've seen to take down this event dungeon has been more about the blessings again, the golden elixirs, and just cheesing it with 5-star blessings. So yeah, hopefully we don't see no cheesy strategies and just some fun creative stuff. So where I'm going to be taking the channel now is, many of you guys may be aware, I work full-time at HH Gaming, covering all the champion guides, the ratings, and all of that good stuff, and article writing, the faction war section with the tier list. Like, these are all like passion projects and of course a job as well that I really love. And I guess to correlate with that, I want to turn this channel into a champion guide channel, because that's something that I'm truly passionate about. I don't have to stress myself out about power creep, and yeah, kind of take it back to basics and go through the index, get some feedback from you guys in the comments. Yo, YST, can you do a guide on this dude? Can you do a guide on this dude? And I'm just not going to look at the views at all. It's going to be a passion project that I know I'm really going to enjoy doing. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be a real fun time. I'm going through a bunch of champions and just telling you how good they can be and what builds I recommend in maybe 10 to 15 minute formats. And that is probably going to be the main direction. And of course, collaboration, something that I really love to do. You may have seen stuff like the faction games, the clan boss draft, the Hydra clash, all things that I've been a part of, which were amazing. I'd love to do some more in the future. And even stuff like the trivia dungeon, which is a one-off, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But just in terms of other creators, you know, there's been so many creators that's entered the scene that I've just not connected with yet. And I would love to meet some new people, be collaborative, get some fun videos out, with the main idea being champion guides all of the time, and then the occasional shard video here and there. But then also, I don't want to be scared to try new things, because there's other games that I am playing, like Etheria Restart, not from a sponsored standpoint. I just really enjoyed the game. And I'm not a massive anime fan, honestly, but that game really caught me. I feel like the quality of life in there, just the fun aspect, like even stuff like running background battles and actually being able to do other stuff in the game instead of watching a Bastion screen. Cough, cough, raid. Can you sort that out, please? Because it's just massive. And yeah, just stuff like that that could be implemented into raid and would be really cool. I'd like to cover stuff like Etheria on live streams. Not sure about videos yet. And then just keep raid with the videos, with the champion guides and all of that good stuff. Was there anything else that I really wanted to touch on here? We've got the clan boss speed tuning, the Doom Tower waves and bosses, Hydra theory crafting was cool. You could tell that I put some notes on the side, so don't forget. Champion skills of relics, blessings, empowerments, and ascension, yep. Oh yeah, last thing I wanted to go over. PvP. This is another reason why I really struggled with content, because one, I don't cover the news because I just don't enjoy doing it, because you guys are going to find out the news from every creator anyway, and I don't know what makes me special, so come and watch my one, I guess. But yeah, stuff like Arena is just not my forte in this game. Never has, and I don't think will be. And Live Arena, I felt like had some potential, but I just feel like it's gated to the people that just have everything. Like, I go in for a battle when I'm facing some cracked mythicals with full ascension, +3s, +4s, and I just can't compete because I'm just not a spender anymore in the past 2 years. And I guess it just takes the fun element out of it for me, and I just don't want to bother with it. Like you can tell, I'm still in Gold 1, hardly played a battle. Don't even have Quintus yet, unfortunately. And yeah, I feel like just some really big improvements to this could be nice, I guess. And my PC just froze. No. Right. They're just trying to break my video. So yeah, so improvements to this, maybe some stuff like, I don't know, I'm just thinking off the fly here. Some play with your friends. Have a friend list and have some friendly battles within clans and communities. I feel like it would be a really cool thing. Even from a creative standpoint, like myself versus Nubbraids or Hell Hades versus Ash, and have these mini tournaments. I feel like that would just bring some life to the live arena as well. Anything else? Maybe some limited mode stuff like an epic only tournament. People have to go in with epics only, and then you have to get creative, right? And it could just be a spin-off of the normal gold stuff, right? The normal battles that we do. Have a little exclusive section here. Yo, guys, use your epics only on this one. And people be really thinking, and I feel like that'd be really fun. And maybe even like faction limited. Who knows? Who knows, right? So yeah, I guess that is going to be all for today's video, guys. I just wanted to announce my return and keep you guys in the loop of what I've got planned, because many people that just enjoy my content may be thinking, where the heck is this YST dude, man? Is he under a rock? Has Hell Hades locked him in a dungeon? Has Nubbraids... I don't know, I'm not going to say what Nubbraids might have done to me. But anyway, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon for some champion guides here on the channel. Peace.